Hi, we're back from break. This is Morgan Hill, your host for the afternoon. We're here at the Dignity Health Studio in Bakersfield, California. And we are here again with
Zach.
Yeah, go Zach.
No more Zach.
No more Zach. No more Zach.
I'm being
so
Wally
sorry.
Pipped before my eyes here. You
Yes,
guys
you
know who
are.
Wally Pipp is?
No.
You know who Lou Gehrig is?
Yes.
Okay, Lou Gehrig had the long-time record. He played in 2,130 games in a row, right? We're talking about over like 15 until he got Lou Gehrig's disease and he had to retire. The reason he started playing, and he's obviously a great player, is because the Yankees' regular first baseman had some minor injury and had to sit out for a couple of days. Lou Gehrig comes in, hits 3 homers and 3 doubles over 2 days, and Wally Pipp never gets his job back.
Ever, obviously.
So when you say somebody gets Wally Pipped, it means somebody else comes in and does such a good job that they're just going to
Sorry,
let me go.
Mr. Wally Pipp.
So
Done took your job.
yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, volleyball tonight.
Yes. 6:15.
Frontier Stockdale will have that live on Bakersfield.com for you.
You and Justin Roberts will be on the call.
That's right.
I'll be with you producing.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's a great one. Their first matchup, 3-1 Stockdale. When you look at it in the SWYL, which we have housing 2 SWYL athletes here, you have Stockdale and BHS both 6-1 in league, and you've got 3 matches to go. Frontier is right behind them at 5-2, and you got to remember Frontier has given BHS their only loss in league this year in a 3-0 sweep, which really opened my eyes to it. And then you've got Centennial right behind him at 3-4 in league. So you got 3 matches left in league, and it's completely wide open. And tonight's really going to kind of tell the test between Stockdale and Frontier. And I'm actually really excited to be there.
Yeah, this is probably must win for Frontier to stay in the race. Otherwise, you're two down with 2 to go.
Yep.
BHS has really been coming on strong. They play Centennial. So Stockdale Frontier, the key match. And yeah, it's all coming down to the wire. Volleyball seedings come out the same day as football seedings. That's a week from Saturday in Porterville. I'm actually going to go up and sit in on the meeting for that, although they're not letting me. They're taking away my Twitter.
Yep. You will be there, and where am I going to be?
You're going to be at Buchanan for.
I will be.
The area meet, this, by the way, starts tomorrow in Wasco, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, in
Yep.
Wasco. So.
But I will be up there that Saturday, hopefully watching our second co-host of the day, trying to repeat as defending Valley champ in girls tennis. So good luck to you, and have fun at my alma mater that Saturday afternoon.
Okay,
This guy's he's a Clovis guy.
I am not.
dare you.
I'm not technically a Clovis guy. I just happened to spend my last year and a half of high school at Buchanan, but I did love it. But I'm so upset because Morgan, every spring you get to be in that beautiful stadium, which was not built yet when I went to high school at Buchanan.
Oh,
We used to play our home games at La Monica.
That stadium's getting kind of old, which means that you're
that's
kind
punishment for liking
old.
clothes.
You know, 2 weeks ago you said that I was born in 1972 or something like that, and you keep aging me a little bit more and a little bit more. And
I think I
don't
said
appreciate it.
1968, actually.
Yeah, I don't appreciate it. I'm not
Yeah.
Jeff Evans. I was
like
not here before color was invented.
I was.
Yeah, Lewis over here is Humpty Dumpty on
I'm
the wall
actually not
today.
sure Jeff Evans isn't colorblind, judging by the kind of shirts he wears. I'm sorry. I'll quit ragging on my
All right,
employees
let's go
here.
into football rankings.
Football rankings. Chris, let's start from the bottom here. And Morgan, you want to do these? You want to talk about these?
Talk about. So
you
do
go.
I just say like 21?
Go
20
from
Centennial
25.
sitting at 21.
Start
Yeah.
from 25? All right. Starting at 25, we have El Diamante. They're 4-4. And then moving up to 24, we have Chavez. They're 7-1. 23, Tulare Union, 5-3. 22, Tulare Western, 6-2. And then 21, Centennial is 4-4. Our competition this weekend.
Centennial has
There
the
you go.
injury bug bad this year that Frontier had last year, and
Yeesh.
so
Yeah.
we'll
Who's
see
going to
how
be at that Centennial Liberty game?
Thorn.
And
And
No way.
Lewis and I will be on the call Friday night,
Look for me. I'll be out screaming.
running the
alarms.
track.
Running the track, probably.
Come up at halftime, and Lewis will interview you
Awesome.
on the air. Okay.
Start again.
So we get into the top 20 here.
All right, top 20. We are starting at 20. That is Stockdale. They're 3-5. 19 is Mission Oaks, 6-2. 18 Frontier, 4-4. 17 is Clovis West, 4-4. And then 16 is Madera, 6-2.
Madera falling after they were 6-0.
At 15, Central Valley Christian, 7-1. 14, Liberty Madera Ranchos, 8-0. 13, San Joaquin Memorial, 6-2. 12 is Clovis, 5-3. And 11, Bullard, 5-3.
Anastasia, you want to do this one?
Sure. Number 10 is Central, and they're 4-4. Number 9 is Dinuba,
Dinuba.
Dinuba.
and they're 8-1. 8 is Singer, and they're 6-2. 7 is Hanford, and they're 9-0. And 6 is Lemoore, and they're 8-0.
All right, we better let Morgan do this one because of
Top
the schools
five,
involved
top
here.
five.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Top 5.
All right, top 5. Number 5 is Clovis North, 5-3. Number 4 is Liberty. That's 6-2. I mean, no bias here. 3
None
is
at all.
Of course
Ridgeview. No, Ridgew's at 7-1. Bakersfield is at 7-1, and Fresno Edison 7-1.
So what do you guys think about that? This is something that Zach does every week. He goes over and he's got to
Dedication.
rank high school teams every week. How do you guys feel about that?
I've actually been gone every weekend, but I do keep up with the scores. And I mean, I was there for the Ridgeview Liberty game, the first game, and
Is that the only game you've been to this year?
no, I
You
went,
better stay
I went
away.
to
Okay.
Garces
All right, all right.
Liberty too, and I've been
Well, that
listening
was your
in on other ones.
homecoming.
That was our homecoming.
That was your
Interesting
homecoming's
homecoming.
cool.
Thank you.
I was so jealous.
Did you see the senior float? Please say yes.
Yes, I saw.
Anybody else see the senior float?
It was kind of epic.
Shout out to Liberty seniors.
Yeah.
Games anymore.
The what?
Well, we can't get a Wi-Fi signal out there. It's terrible.
You and your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
For real?
Us and our Wi-Fi. Anastasia, I didn't see Garces on there, but that's probably to be expected.
Yeah, I have to stand behind them,
Yeah,
but it's a tough season.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I think we appreciate that. Listen, speaking of injury bug and the transfer bug too,
Yeah.
it's a JV team playing varsity in
I
the
know,
SWL. That's
serious.
what it is.
Yeah.
That's the way I describe it. So
Yeah, it's just we just don't have the size
Yeah.
and that the other
It's
teams
huge.
have, so it's tough for them to keep up. But we are getting a lot of flack and stuff, but they do try, and it's
of course,
Yeah.
And it's the
you know,
first year in the
it
Super
is, yeah,
League.
exactly. It's their first year, so
There's a lot of freshmen and
I mean,
sophomores
we
getting playing
expected
time.
this, and
I think you guys are
obvious-
doing good, regardless.
Yeah, it's like we knew this wasn't going to be a great year, and with like the coaching changes and whatnot, it's just been kind of tough and everything. So,
At least tennis is killing it.
Have you seen any BC games this year?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been to for the ones I've actually been able to make, I've been to three now.
And for those that don't know, Morgan, you actually have a relationship to BC football. I don't know
Yes.
if you want to explain what that is and why you're smiling about it right now.
Because it's my bestie, Jojo Hurtado. Shout out to my boyfriend. He's awesome.
And he's a pretty good football player too.
Yeah.
And the Renegades are back into the state top 25 after beating Cerritos, a nice little upset at home last
Great,
week,
yeah.
34-31.
Go
They're
Gades.
now 23rd in the state. So, for a season that looked like it might be rough and tumble, they've actually made a nice little turnaround with this 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, and from the game I heard before, I forgot who they played, but it was just back and forth scoring. It was crazy. Because his mom was texting me, he's like, they're scoring like every 5 minutes. I was like, that doesn't happen normally. And they weren't expected to win.
Yeah, they're having a crazy season.
Yeah, it's been-
every week is something different with them.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Yeah, they have the bye week this week, but they'll be back live on Bakersfield.com next week. Where are they next week?
Pasadena.
In Pasadena. That's not a bad place.
So they close against Ventura.
Do we
And-
want to start predictions
Yeah,
there?
we'll do a few predictions here
yeah,
before
let's
we
go
go
ahead
to
and start.
the last break.
Where do you want to start at, Mr.
Let's start.
Not like we're going to have that many differences this week.
Yeah, we'll do them all. Okay, we're
Okay,
doing them all.
we're gonna do 'em all.
Okay. The crazy thing about this week is that Trevor and I we all pick these games. There's 22 games this week. We pick 21 of them the same, and we don't look at each other's
No, we
picks
do this
before we
completely
go.
independently. I do it like Tuesday night when he's not around. He's at
Really?
home having dinner with wife and kids.
So get out of my head.
Yeah. I'm at home last night enjoying an early evening off. It's like 11:30. I get this text message. Hey man, get out of my head. And I'm like, what? He's like, we picked all Friday night games.
So
No
yeah,
way.
the only game that we picked differently is actually on Saturday, and it's an 8-man game out in Big Pine.
What is that? What?
Big Pine is up 395 on your way up to Yosemite. It's
There's just a big tree by the side. No, I'm
one
just
big
kidding.
pine.
I was like, oh.
There's
big,
also a
big
town
pine.
called Lone Pine.
Poor
which
little
is-
Lone Pine. That's the
Mojave.
real tree.
Okay.
Oh,
so
Mojave.
anyway, on Saturday I picked Big Pine and Trevor picked Emmanuel Christian. That's the only difference we have. All of these games
Let's
we picked
go,
the same.
Manuel.
Although you picking Mojave by 3 points in this game should count as a loss because they're going to win by 40.
Okay, well, we'll find out tomorrow night at 11 o'clock when we're on the postgame show.
You lose, guys. Anybody want to roll with Lone Pine here?
You're asking tennis and cross country chicks.
Well,
We're trying.
You
I'll
guys
go
would probably
with
do better
Lone
than us.
Pine. They seem.
All
Lone
right.
Pine, simply because it's
Forgotten.
Yeah,
they do
Lone
seem-
Pine. I mean, come on
Pine.
here.
I'll go with them.
You guys seen Back to the Future?
Yes.
The Twin Pines
Yep.
Mall turns into the Lone Pine
Yep.
Mall after he runs over the tree in the past. All right, that movie came out way too long ago.
Valley Krish.
Before you were born.
No,
Maricopa.
actually, year after I was born.
Yep, 1985.
Valley Christian Academy at Maricopa, another 8-man game. We both picked Valley Christian Academy.
We did.
Yeah.
We
Lewis,
both
is there a
picked the
wireless
same.
mic in here for you to chime in with your?
No.
All right.
You want to just come
Sorry,
sit by
Lewis.
me there, bossy?
All right. Move it along. Nobody cares about these games.
Oh, he finally said it.
Oh.
Silver Valley,
I'm gonna guess
which
Silver Valley.
beat Desert last week and is now 7-1 facing Boron,
Very good.
and that's not good for Boron. I don't think.
No, and I think it's kind of addictive the entire week. I think we're going to see a lot of lopsided victories, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I can't remember 2 weeks in a row because last week was like this too, and this week where you've had more games where, we did have one upset last week. Golden Valley beat Tehachapi.
Right.
But the games were all lopsided. We expected them to be lopsided. Stockdale Frontier last week was a good game.
Well, and you and I were talking about it last night where this formation of the SWYL was supposed to be the Super League. And the problem is that Garces was great at the lower level, but then they get transfers, they get injuries, and it hurts their team. Frontier had Isaiah Sharp go down, didn't play running back for 3, out completely for 2 games, missed another third game. Then, you see Frontier struggling, but they almost beat Bakersfield. They go deep with Bakersfield late into the third and fourth quarter.
Talking about Silver Valley and Boron, or what are we talking about?
No, we're just talking about injuries and just how there's a lot of upsets. So
Yeah, and it's made a very
what
clear
could have
class
been a
system.
lot of parity, kind of. You got here.
You have
and
Bakersfield,
got
Liberty,
top.
and Ridgeview up here, and then there's a big gap to everybody else, and there's another gap to everybody else after that. So, anyway, let's go to our last break. We'll come back and do some more predictions after that. How about that?
Morgan, you want to send
All
us to
right.
break?
Signing off for the break. BVarsity Live.
Enjoy the commercials.
Enjoy the commercial.